Hello, everyone. LJ Young back in. Get everything set up here. Back again for another edition of That Ain't My Daddy. How are you guys today? Let me get this sparked up. Get this live so I can see some chats just in case. All right. Here we go. For those of you that are new to my channel, my name is LJ Young and I am a 100% debt-free motivational speaker and personal finance educator. I help people become financially free by helping them financially see what they can't see when you're deep in debt. You can't see a lot when you're deep in debt. Why? Because you're trapped in what I call the debt matrix. The debt matrix is a place where everybody lives that believes they need credit to survive. They are nobody without a high credit score. They're nobody without credit. They can't do anything. They can't buy a car, house, shoes, clothes, game box, PlayStation, cell phones, shoes. They can't buy nothing if they don't got credit. All right? That's where everybody lives. Everybody lives that talks about first and second mortgages like it's nothing. Talking about second mortgages like they totally forgot about why they needed the first. This is where those people live, right there in the debt matrix. All right, today's topic, the government shutdown is over, well, sort of, because it might come back on 3 weeks from now. That's messed up, man. I ain't gonna lie, that is messed up. I want you guys to understand that debt is forcing you to allow this to happen to you. The government is not doing anything to you that you don't allow. Okay, they're not bad guys. They're not mean. They're not. If you're in debt, and especially in debt to them, that's a choice. You're choosing to be there. All right. Now, during this shutdown, government workers have been working for free for over a month, 35 days to be exact, for free. The last I checked something like that, when you work for free against your will, that's considered being a slave. You're a slave. Literally a slave. And it's in your face. None of this is hidden. It's right in your face. Can you imagine being like a TSA worker, right? You're not getting paid, yet you still have to come to work. And you ain't got no gas. You ain't got no lunch money. You can't even pay your lights when you leave. Bills are coming up, but yet you're getting up, making sure that uniform is pristine. Because I've seen the TSA workers' uniform. They must have a standard. They must look like that to come to work for free. Is a slave if they don't know they're a slave? Okay. And that's not even funny, really. I'm laughing because it's not only to the government workers. I want you to understand this happens in the private sector too, okay? Where you're working for free. Anytime you decide to clock out and finish up work while you're at work, you're working for free. That's slavery. You're a slave. You clock out and you go home. Minute you clock out and stay there and work, you're giving away the time in your life for absolutely nothing. Even less than what they're paying you, the hourly wage that they're paying you. You're making even less. You're making none, zero. That's how much you're saying to yourself. I want you to go to the mirror and say to yourself, I'm a slave and I like giving away the time in my life for free. Even though I can't get any more of the time. I can't even get any more. I'm giving it to this entity for free, this business, the government. I'm giving it to them for free. Now, I want you guys, I'm going to give you guys an outside view, a debt-free perspective, okay, for what I see. All I do is follow the money, okay? Once Once you become debt free, once I've become debt free, I can see how the whole economic system works. And all you got, it's not rocket science. All you got to do is just Google statistics. You just Google credit card debt, student loan debt, mortgage debt. It's in the trillions. That's a lot of people in debt. Whether they know it or not, math doesn't care. Math doesn't care how you feel about it. If you're mad at it, sad at it, happy, it doesn't care. Math says it is what it is. And if you're in the hole, you're broke. You're mathematically broke. Anything, if you're mathematically in the negative, anything you spend, buy, whatever, it's borrowed money. You're borrowing it. You literally have to get it from somewhere else because you don't have any. You've already pretty much signed away all your future earnings. Anytime you finance something, you're signing away your future earnings to somebody else. You're saying, I'm just the middleman. I'm going to get from my job. It's going to go through me and go to the person I signed it away to. That's how it works. You don't have any money. You're just the middleman. Don't be mad at me. It's math says so. Okay, that's math. I look at the government shutdown because it seems to happen like every few years or something. Don't quote me on that, but I've seen it happen before, right? This is what, now I'm not saying any of this is true. Okay, it's just it just makes mathematical sense. It's just what I see. It's almost like, let me give you an example. It's like when you tell somebody, hey, you know you're not a homeowner if you have a mortgage. People will get mad, like, yes, I am. How dare you say that? But then when I stop and say, hey, wait, remove your feelings out of it. What I'm telling you, am I mathematically correct? Yeah. Then that's the only thing that matters. Math and money go hand in hand. If your math doesn't add up with your money, you're wrong. Not math, you. Now I believe the shutdowns are, I look at it almost like a fire drill. You know how building fire drill, hey, we're gonna do a fire drill, pull alarm or whatever they do, and then everybody goes out there skate, make sure the elevators drop to the bottom, blah blah blah, right? Everybody stand outside, whatever they're doing inside, and then they come back in, right? Same thing with the government shutdown. I believe they run a drill every few years to see how tight their grip is. Just every now and then to see how tight they have a hold of the people, the grip on the people, right? So they do a shutdown, and get this, after only 35 days, people are going into a panic talking about they're losing everything. This is happening. They can't buy no food. They can't buy this. The kids going to college. Whatever, all this stuff, right? Only after 35 days. Now, if you're caught up in this, I want you to think about something here. You've been working all your life, all of your life, and years, and 1 month is breaking you? 1 month out of all the years you've worked. That's a sign to tell you something. It's time to wake up. You're in the negative. It's time to get out of the negative. That's why it's hard, because you're in the negative. When they do a shutdown, it's just like, and then they just see what the response from the people. The people tell them how tight their grip is, the panic and all this other stuff, right? And now, and then they, like right now, it's temporarily, the partial shutdown is temporarily paused for 3 weeks. So now if you're a person that has been almost crippled by a 30-day shutdown, right? And they open it back up and they start letting money flow through. Now you got to catch up, right? In 3 weeks, now they got to catch up and worry about the next shutdown on the 15th of February. They got to worry about that while they're playing catch up with this month. As you're playing catch, this is nothing. A 30-day catch up? Oh man, you got a long ways to go. And now you got to worry about that, man. You better get out of debt. I'm telling you, debt's the one the debt is the one forcing you to work for free. When this is going to keep happening. And when they do a shutdown and they try to tighten their grip and the people don't respond the way they've been wanting, the way they have been for years, they're going to readjust. If they do this shutdown again, like say like 5 years from now, and the panic from the people is not as bad as it was this year, they're going to readjust. They're going to change something. Something has to change. They can't release that grip. I get it. I'm not even faulting them because it's a choice. And what else? This is what's mind blowing. Okay, I read this. I read that. Oh man, I almost lost it. Oh, okay. I read that they voted. The House voted on retroactive pay for the people that have been working for free. And they make it sound like it's a woohoo, all right, they voted for retroactive pay for the people that work. What? Step outside the debt matrix, okay? What the hell are they voting on? You worked, the people worked. They deserve to get paid. What the hell are you voting on? What's the vote for? What if the vote didn't pass? What, they just don't get paid and they continue working for free? Do you guys understand? Do you see what it is? It's right in your face. Oh, the House voted and the Senate passed it. Passed what? Passed on to give you money that the people already worked for? Does that make any financial sense? It doesn't make financial sense to me. But it makes sense, CENTS, to something else, to some other entity. You better believe it makes sense somewhere else, just not to you. Right now, you're immersed in the struggle, worried about paying this, your light bill, loans, and losing a house. You're focused on this, and now your emotions are all wrapped in your money, right? Because you can't help it. You don't know anything else. While you're immersed in that nonsense, somebody's making money. Do I know personally? I don't know. It just makes financial sense to me. But to actually have a vote to whether or not to pay the workers that have been working for free, that makes absolutely no sense. When I bring you guys, the clients that I brought over this side, they see that, they understand that. That's why it's so rare over here and it's lovely. It's rare. You see stuff like that. It's crystal clear. None of it's hidden. They tell you right on the news and everything. Government workers will be working for free. Is there any misunderstanding of that? If I was a government worker, a debt-free one, I'd say, I'm not working for free. I quit. I was kind of reading, they said, oh, if the workers quit, they're going to lose their seniority or whatever in their job if they quit. You're working for free. Seniority in what? You want to be the highest slave in the rankings? I don't get it. I don't get it. But when you're in debt, you can't see it like that. To make you think you're going to lose something, that's nothing. Nothing's there. Nothing. When I bring people on this side of the fence, you can see you're going to be upset at first because it's only fifth grade math. Okay, that's it. It's just fifth grade math. It's nothing more. It's nothing fancy. You'll see how many people look like they have money and they really don't. But they don't know that you know that they don't have money because they speak a certain way. Like, now that I'm debt-free, I fully understand that money is spoken in two languages, debt and debt-free. If you've been in debt all your life, you only speak debt. You have no idea the language of debt-free even exists. So when you talk, and let me give you an example. If you say something like, hey, I got a great deal on this financed car. No, you didn't. You're just simply financing a depreciating object, and you think because you got a good percentage rate, you say it's 1.9% financing or whatever. That only impresses other people in the debt matrix that finance cars as well, not people that are debt free. I'm debt free. If I want your car, I understand that 85% of Americans are in debt. So I will go find a car, just the car I want. I'll go find somebody that got themselves in debt trouble. They're about to lose a job. They're about to have a divorce, something. Because when people's emotions get wrapped up, they don't care. They'll sell it for anything just to get out from under it so they don't ruin their credit. So I go and get it for half the price, drive it for a few years, and still get Blue Book for it when I'm ready to sell. That's how it works. But when you're in the debt matrix, you think 1.9%, 2 point something whatever percent is a great deal, and you drive off the lot thinking